Aw, shit. I'm lagging balls.
That's right, Lagging Balls, your community-focused World of Warcraft podcast. For the people, by some people, with your hosts, Thorn and Fist. Hey ballers, we're back to our old format and we're actually celebrating a huge milestone for the Lagging Balls podcast.
Happy episode 69! Yes, there couldn't be a funnier number, and we finally achieved it after all this time.
I'm so proud of us.
Me too.
So I've got an idea.
What?
This episode, we'll make a drinking game.
I thought that you were going to be like, let's 69. And I'm like, no.
I have a feeling that suddenly all of our listeners are very disappointed in me.
Hey, what comes after 69?
70?
No. Mouthwash. And that's the only 69 joke I'm aware of.
I got nothing, so
Yeah.
you're one up on me.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, every time we say the number 69, drink.
Okay.
All right, so welcome to episode 69.
69.
69.
69.
And on episode 69...
69. That's like a double-fisted drink.
You're
Just
making
like,
it a... Whoever takes on this challenge is going to be fucked up in
Don't
the
do
intro.
it. You're going to 69 die. 69.
69 hardcore, straight edge 69.
But yeah, so we're back to our normal format. We're going to talk
Yes.
about other Blizzard games besides World of Warcraft.
Wait, there are other games?
I think so. I remember some other ones. I can't name them at the moment.
You mean like old expansions, right?
No. I did play a round of Overwatch the other night.
Oh, yeah?
And I got like 30 kills on Diva. I'm just like, man, this feels good.
In one match?
Yeah.
Or one set of matches?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck
It's
yeah.
so good. We didn't win, but it's just so good.
Hell yes.
Love me some of that Diva action. But
Right,
yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
aside from that, like we've just been playing World of Warcraft as much as possible.
Which has not been nearly enough.
No, not enough at all. And I'm thinking maybe since we're older now, that it's harder to devote more time.
Whoa. Who are you calling old?
You, actually.
Hey, look. Listen here. I'm a nice round number.
Like 69?
Like 69.
Are you though?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes. I am 69 years old.
Ah.
I am
Wow.
the number of years after 68 and before 70.
Stop doing math. Oh God. But yeah, I just think it was so much easier, back in the day as a teenager to just drop everything, and play. Have I ever?
Or not drop everything, play, stay up all night,
Yes.
get up the next day, do
Have
everything
no
as normal with a little bit of
Yeah.
tiredness, and go
And-
right back to it for the rest of the whole night and,
and
stay up
sit
all night
in
again.
the same position without getting hurt. That's been my thing this expansion. Like, my back is fucking killing me. Am I old? Like, what the fuck is going
you were
on?
definitely not old.
What the fuck? Did I ever tell you guys that I lost a job before because of WoW?
No, what? No?
I straight up would play all night long, and then I'd have to go into work around 6.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. And I just, like, kept calling out because I would still be up from the night before playing WoW, and I wouldn't want to stop, so I'd just,
Don't
not
stop. You can never stop.
go. Yeah, that was the only job I had during college, and that was right before the only break in WoW I ever took, because after I got let go from that job
Damn.
because Legion, except no, that was like
Because Legion.
that was a long time ago. But it
I
was
just appreciate you bringing it back. That's all.
but that was the only time that I took a break from WoW because I realized that I could not be trusted with responsibilities. Whatever that word is, I don't know what it is.
I don't know, but it's similar to responsibilities, I think.
Yeah, and so I think like since then I've been learning how to balance IRL and Warcraft. Maybe not to the best of my abilities, but this expansion, I just like it's only been out for 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Only
Yeah,
been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Shit. And I think maybe just sort of after a very long time of not having so much to do in WoW, and then coming back to something, where I've got so much to do every time I log in.
Yeah.
And put that with our raid team and our guildies who are just like, come on, let's go, let's do this, let's have fun, let's fucking level up right now. It's been a weird experience. Like, it's been like nothing else I've ever known as far as WoW. So
good or bad?
Sometimes I feel a little bit pressured. Sometimes I'll be doing things during the day, like work. And and just like maintaining.
God, I should be leveling.
Exactly. I feel guilty that I should be like leveling and I should be going online, and then sometimes I will have been leveling and gearing up and stuff for like 2-3 hours, and my back is killing me.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what do I do? Do I just like keep going and just on my deathbed eventually, where I die of back complications or something? Can you die from
complications from gaming?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Complications. At least I will have died doing something I love.
Yes.
It's just, I don't know what's happening.
Here lies Thist. She died doing something she loved.
Wouldn't it be cool to have a Blizzard themed tombstone?
It'd be cool to have a Blizzard themed anything.
That's true.
Including a tombstone.
69. But yeah, so
it's dirty.
Yeah, it is. So you and I, we just started doing Mythic Dungeons.
Yeah, like fun as hell.
Yesterday, really hard.
Yeah,
really hard.
I wasn't even finished doing all the heroic dungeons yet.
Yeah, me either.
So this is really jumping ahead.
Yeah.
But we have some well-geared guildmates who wanted to try and score us some gear, which was very nice of them.
Yeah.
So thank you, guys. Sel, Juden.
Yeah, but we're
Manfi, Mike, all you guys.
Thanks, guys. We're pushing towards the Emerald Dream that comes out in 2 weeks.
That sounds like the title of a song. Pushing toward the Emerald Dream.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, but Mythics have been nuts, and
yes.
We've only done a couple of them each so far, but we've gotten quite a lot of loot.
Yes, we have.
Out of just a couple of those.
Yeah. And
they've really jacked up our eye levels, right? What do you got now?
Yeah, like 828 or something.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm at 824.
I mean, that sounds nice, but like we've got guildies who are like 840.
Yeah.
So.
And that's our goal, right?
Yes.
That's the
840
rating goal.
Yeah. So we have a team already, and it's really exciting because like we're sort of like taking this expansion by the balls, And
the lagging balls. The 69 lagging balls, 69.
You're gonna kill people. Yeah, we actually have a raid team this time, and it's gonna be great. And it's people we've already raided with, and people that we love, and it's our friends and stuff. And we've got so many people like willing to raid with us that we might even have like a second raid, like in the guild.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
Like two teams.
There's so much interest that I think we really have to think very seriously about that.
Yeah, because we've had like a lot of new guildies sign up recently.
Yeah, which is just bitching.
Yeah, and
a lot of you are listeners.
Yeah, most
right?
of them are listeners. So
that's spectacular.
That's fucking cool.
Yes, you're all welcome.
Hells yeah.
We haven't mentioned it yet on this episode, so for those of you who are new to the show, welcome.
Hi.
Our guild is on Boulder Fist US. It's called Blood of the Scribe. It's been around since about 2009, and all are welcome. You don't need to be a raider, anything like that. It's a social guild first. We just happen to raid also.
Yep.
So you're more than welcome, and I will end my mid-episode commercial now. I didn't mean to turn into that. Sorry.
Self-promotion.
Anyway, all are welcome.
Oh, yeah. So, aside from gearing up like crazy and figuring out the raid and stuff, like what else have you been doing?
Okay, so here's what happens. I log in, I check my mail for the auction house stuff that I've been trying to sell, and I check the table at my class hall if I haven't already been doing that on the Legion app, which is pretty sweet.
Oh, I love that thing.
And then I stand around for a few minutes trying to figure out what it is that I was going to do next, that I meant to do the last time I logged off. I really need to start writing that down, honestly.
Yeah.
So then I look at my map, and all kinds of new quests have popped up because it's a new day now, and now I'm thoroughly confused about what it was that I meant to do last time. And then I think that maybe it's something related to one of my professions, so I bring up that window, and then I start looking at my alchemy, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that freaking alchemy quest, because it turns out the alchemy quest thing that I've been trying to do has taken me all over the world and through dungeons and everywhere so far. It's been a huge,
really annoying
adventure. At first, I was getting really annoyed by it, and now I'm trying to embrace it because I looked it up on WoW. I'm going a mile a minute here. I'm sorry. I'm just really excited.
Apparently.
I want to go play right now.
I know, me too.
So I looked it up on Wowhead, the quest line, because I was just like, this doesn't seem to be ending. I'm trying to help this alchemist trainer guy rebuild his alchemy station.
Yeah.
And there are like 1 billion pieces to it. And every piece needs to be like properly attuned or blessed by a god or like, forged in the fires of Uranus or something. Like some crazy shit for each piece.
Right.
So I finally looked it up and I was just like, all right, what step am I on? I'm like, okay, I'm like 16 steps into this. This is crazy. And then I think I was like 8 steps into it, because that's how many steps I had gone before. I was just like, what is going on here? And I look it up. There's like 32 steps.
Oh wow!
It's not short.
Yeah.
I'm not close. By any means.
Yeah.
But so, I look at the profession stuff and I get confused, and then I remember that I need to go do this one. The one next step takes me here to go do this. So I'm like, okay, I better go do that. Except that what happens every time, no matter what it is that I've set out to do this expansion, I land in the place I'm going in one of the Broken Isles areas, and then I'm on my way and I see a flower to pick, or I wander into a world quest area, or there's a bonus objective, and the thing that really kicks me a lot of times is there's a quest right there, and then I just pick it up, and then I'm just off on some tangent.
Right.
I just cannot. There are no straight lines.
No.
In this expansion.
However, you have been properly medically diagnosed with ADD, have you not?
It's true.
Yeah. So I don't think that it's such a pressing issue with everyone.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I mean, thank Thrall for that though. Yeah. Like that makes an awesome game.
Hell yeah, it's a great problem to have. I wasn't complaining. No. I was just saying I never get where I'm going.
Yeah. Speaking of never getting where you're going, I've been like grinding the fuck out of the Nightfallen quests and doing shit in Suramar City, and the city is so beautiful and everything is
gorgeous.
Everything is just beautiful and gorgeous, and the storylines are really engaging, and there have been a few times where like my mouth has just been like open and I'm just like And I love that, but the problem is the fucking like disguise masquerade thingamajiggy, and it just like you're walking along and you're trying your best to avoid those mobs that can see through it, and
so just to be clear, you're referring to the disguise that you're wearing while you're in Suramar City in order to remain in Suramar City.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my problem is, I've got a follower with me and my water elemental while I'm questing.
Do they get disguises too?
No. But nobody looks at me. They're like, why is that one person carrying this giant staff hanging out with Millhouse Manastorm and being followed by a water elemental?
Oh, Millhouse Manastorm? He comes through here all the time.
Yeah. But the thing is, if I get found out, as a frost mage, I have invisibility. So what I can do is, when I get found out, is put my elemental on passive, go invisible, and just like run away as much as possible.
Sure.
And usually when I make myself invisible, my follower will also go invisible. But if I don't do it fast enough and my follower is like already trying to defend me from people who have been shooting at me.
God.
Yeah. So
then you keep. So what happens then is that your follower keeps attacking.
Yeah.
The aggressor, and then does it break your invisibility, or does it just keep you in aggro?
No, but it keeps me in aggro, so I can't undisguise or redisguise myself. So yeah, it's just been like, I know it's not supposed to be easy.
Sure.
It's supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to keep you like on edge, and it's supposed to make you like keep your guard up and stuff. And that's a really cool little feature, in like as far as we know, for now, before the next patch drops, like, Suramar City is, like, end game, with air quotes.
Sure.
You know, like, this is the big time. Like, this is what you need to do every day to continue in the game. So it shouldn't be easy, but holy fuck do I get on edge when I go in that goddamn city. You know, like, I can't even look around without just feeling,
and I want to.
I know.
Because it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And, like, every detail of the place is insane.
Yeah.
It's stupidly gorgeous.
Yeah. I think a lot of it, too, has to do with just being a really squishy clothy and everything.
Yeah.
But, you know, the way everything scales up to your level, sometimes you just can't get away from the mobs. Like, you just can't. Like, you just keep aggroing everything, you know? and then, like, I'm sure that this would be totally different on either of my 2 tank tunes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be NBD, you know? But for a little tiny mage like me with Millhouse Manastorm who likes to, like, fuck shit up occasionally and just ruin everything for me, it's kind of sucky. But aside from that, and you know I don't like complaining about this game, and you know, I'm saying that, like, in my personal situation, that this is challenging for me.
Sure.
But otherwise, you know, it's fucking great, and it is a grind. But I think, you know, with world quests plus dailies plus, like, really lore and story driven questing within the city, plus the city being so intensely beautiful, plus the quests being completely different from each other. You know, it's not just like, go get 10 of these, go get 10 of these, go get 10 of these.
Sure,
It's like, go meet this guy and be really sneaky about it, and then kill him really sneakily, and then fall, you know.
Hide the basket.
Exactly.
Wear this disguise.
Yeah. That it doesn't feel like a grind, you know? Apart from, like, being frustrated about pulling aggro in Suramar City, I'm fucking looking forward to it every day. And that is so nice,
it really
you know?
is. Yeah.
And it's to the point even where I will turn down guildies because I want to keep going on this quest and figure out what's going to happen next. And that never happens.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I don't want to raid with my best friends because I want to grind some stuff. I want to grind rep, you know? Like, that never happened. So, like, the whole Suramar City thing and the Nightfallen thing, like, yeah, it's a huge undertaking, but the benefits are amazing, and it's engaging as fuck. So.
It really is. And I gotta say, like, I like, from a gameplay perspective, I like that we've gotten a different, like, advanced experience now. It feels like you can see and feel the differences of what the devs have learned from previous expansions.
Yeah.
Like, think of where we were at this point in Mists of Pandaria. We were all hitting max level, we were all at the shrines, and we were all starting to grind dailies to unlock the next set of dailies, to unlock the next set of dailies. Because fuck me. And at the time, like, at first it wasn't so bad, and then it got a little grindy later on, and then it got a lot grindy later on, and then you went to a whole new section and started the whole thing over again with Shadowpan, and then it was just this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I didn't feel that way in Warlords of Draenor. In fact, one of the things I liked a lot about Warlords of Draenor is most people were doing a lot of dailies in Tanan Jungle, and I honestly did very few of them throughout that expansion, and I still hung, for the most part, around eye level of everybody else and stayed very competitive.
I remember you not wanting to do those at all.
No, wasn't interested. And so I didn't. And, you know, they always talked about how, you know, we're going to put these things in the game, but they're not mandatory. You don't have to do them. And I was a good example of not having to do that. And it was actually quite nice. And now, in this one, are we going to certain faction areas? Are we doing quests? Are we earning rep? Yes. We are doing the same things, but in very different ways. And it doesn't feel like we're doing them.
No, not at all.
And there are, so many distractions.
Yes, they are.
That, like, I have not felt bored for a moment. I've felt overwhelmed in a good way of how many options available.
That's what Ian Hatzakostas said last week.
Is it?
Yeah. He said it's good that people are logging in and feeling that they have almost too much to do. You know?
Right.
Like, it's a good thing.
Yeah. But as far as Suramar City for a moment, I just want to touch on, I had a Nightfallen quest over in that area. The one that takes you to the teleporter guy.
Right.
And I couldn't find him. I was in Suramar City, and I tried to get to him through Suramar City. And I feel like I'm saying that weird. Suramar.
Learn to talk.
Learn to 69. So I'm running through Suramar from within Suramar, which is at the wrong angle to get to where the teleporter guy is. But what it did was take me over where like the menagerie is, and where like the aquarium is, and like the things that are in there are just insane. They're so gorgeous, and there's so much to discover.
Yeah.
So props to all the devs that worked on that.
I really hope at some point down the line, I mean, I'm sure it'll happen, that we take over the city and it becomes a functioning capital city.
That'll be so cool.
And then we can hang out there as ourselves.
Yes.
In our cool transmog.
Right.
And not get, discovered by things.
Yeah. And I wonder if that'll be like a phased type of thing, or if it'll be something that happens to the whole world or each like server all at once.
I don't know.
I guess interesting.
We'll have to keep playing and find out.
Okay.
LB Newsline. News you can use, unless you refuse.
All right, so aside from our perspective on things in Warcraft, what's going on in the news? What's going on?
Quite a bit of news.
Yes. So starting on September 20th, and then this is verbatim from the Warcraft website, but on September 20th, the first time you complete a mythic dungeon each week, you'll be rewarded with a mythic keystone for a specific dungeon chosen randomly from among all mythic dungeons to which you have access. And the first keystone will enable access to mythic level 2, offering both increased difficulty and rewards. So this is kind of like challenge dungeons a little bit, but not.
And also like Diablo 3, the advanced level dungeons.
Yeah.
The ones that you also needed a keystone.
Yeah. So I guess this is exactly like Diablo.
Yeah.
So
they're pulling some cool aspects out of
They
Diablo
really
3.
are.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all.
Not at all. No.
All the Blizzard games can intermingle.
Yes.
That's fine with me. It's like a delicious, like you take a sandwich of a certain variety, like a grilled cheese.
Okay. Okay.
And then you take like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, stick it together, and you're like, ew, at
that
first.
Sounds horrible.
But no, it's really good. And then you take another sandwich, like a BLT.
Like a
BLT. You stick that on top as well. Like literally, you're just taking sandwiches of different varieties. I don't know.
All of the Blizzard sandwiches.
All of the Blizzard sandwiches.
What the fuck are you
I don't know why. I just feel like I need to add. Anyway, so you take all the Blizzard sandwiches and you stick them together. Then you toast it up, but not too much where the bread like cuts your mouth.
Yeah.
And not in the microwave because then it gets soggy.
Ew.
But like just in the oven for like a little bit of time. Maybe you spread a little butter.
Like panini style?
Exactly, on the outside. So it's like,
nice.
It's not too crusty, So then you've got...
the sandwiches are not too crusty.
And then it like all melts together. And you take a bite and you're just like, damn, I love video games. Right?
Yes. Totally.
Right. So anyway,
I thought you were gonna say the sandwiches should 69.
That doesn't make sense. Why would I say that?
What?
That's stupid. Anyway, so when players activate,
mine doesn't make sense. Okay.
When players activate a mythic keystone, a timer begins counting down, and the group has a fixed amount of time to defeat the dungeon's bosses and a majority of the other enemy forces within the dungeon.
Nice.
Players who are familiar with challenge modes, like I said, dungeons will find that this timer is quite forgiving. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because, holy shit, doing those challenge dungeons back in the day, because I haven't done it since, like, MOP, that was stressful.
Very stressful.
It was stressful. I don't like that. That's too much stress in my life. I don't have time for the stress.
You need to take it slow?
I need to take it slow, one bite at a time. Its purpose is not to encourage speed runs, but rather to provide a gauge for well-executed run, which I can appreciate.
Nice.
Whether or not you beat the time, a chest containing a couple pieces of loot awaits you at the end of the turn.
Interesting.
Awesome. So with each increasing level of mythic difficulties, the health and damage of enemies will increase, obviously. In addition, levels 4, 7, and 10, new modifiers are introduced that will require players to adapt and evolve to succeed. Which,
that's cool.
That sounds fucking cool. So it's not just
modifiers.
like... Yeah. So this means that it's not just like run the thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like now we've got this crazy shit. Okay, so some example of keystones include raging, which means non-boss enemies enrage at 30% health remaining, dealing 100 increased damage until defeated.
Nice.
So fuck. Bolstering, which is when any non-boss enemy dies, its death cry empowers nearby allies, increasing their maximum health and damage by 20%.
Jesus.
Also fuck. Skittish, which means enemies pay far less attention to threat generated by tanks.
Oh, man.
Can I just say no? Because I am squishy as fuck. And they will all come after me. And volcanic. While in combat, enemies periodically cause gouts of flame to erupt beneath the feet of distant players.
Wow. These are pretty cool.
It's like, oh my
These are
God.
just example
Yeah.
keystone modifiers. So
Holy
they're
shit.
probably going to come up with new shit. So I like the idea that it's not just running the same dungeon over and over,
Yeah.
and the mobs just get tougher. They're
Yeah.
just harder to kill, or they hit more.
Yeah. Like this adds a little,
Yeah.
something, a little je ne sais quoi.
Yeah. I wonder why the timer's in there then. If this is,
I mean,
because if it's not putting a timer in, pretty much. I know they don't want to encourage speedruns, but that's what it's going to mean. People are going to try and do that anyway.
no, they just want you to learn how to do it well, you know? Like
Yeah.
you can't just go in there all willy-nilly and try to like cheese it, you know? Like you're
Sure.
gonna have to go in there and be like, okay, we know this is gonna happen. We know this is a different thing that has to happen. And we can't just fuck around. Like we have to figure out the best, most precise way to do it
Okay.
within this time limit. So I think
Alright.
they kind of had to have that. Because otherwise people would just going in there with their uncle and their aunt and they'd be like, come on, Aunt Sally, just stand over there. You'll be fine. I'll just, you know,
Aunt Sally and Uncle.
Sally. I don't fucking know. I just pulled them out of, like, I don't know. What I was getting at is, like, you couldn't just go in
Yeah.
there with any old player and just be like, stand over there while I do everything,
Right.
you know? Like, no, you need everybody to come in and help and do this correctly.
I like
So,
it.
yeah, I do too. So it says, upon completion of the run, players will find a chest containing 2 high-quality items for the party. So not just for yourself, for the whole party.
Nice.
Which could be good or
Yeah.
not, you know, depending
Yeah.
on if you need things. After completing any mythic keystone dungeon with a time limit, whether using your own keystone or someone else's, a reward chest will be available in your class hall the following week. The chest contains a guaranteed piece of gear with a power level reflecting the highest mythic level you completed during a prior week.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, can I just say, like, logging into your class hall, just going in there and then finding a treasure chest with shit in it for you?
Hell yes.
Merry Christmas to me!
High five.
High five. Oh, shit. Never mind.
Okay. Fucked it up. Too old for high fives.
But yeah, so I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
It's an interesting new mechanic, and it seems very rewarding.
Yeah.
And Blizzard clearly knows that the best way to get people to do things is to reward them well.
hells yeah.
This is a big fat reward for doing these things.
Yeah. You
and
know what
they just
Col-
sound fun.
You know what Coltrane always said?
It's all about the loot, baby.
That's right. All right, so today we got a sneak peek at the BlizzCon 2016 in-game goodies.
Nice.
So people going to BlizzCon, like us, for the first time ever,
Yes.
and
So stoked.
ticket holders of
Only 69 days to go.
really?
No,
I think it's actually like 50, like 50?
I don't know. I was just
Or like
saying
49?
69
I checked
again.
the other day. Whatever. Okay, so attendees and virtual ticket holders of BlizzCon this year will receive these in-game goodies. And so we have them here, and we'll have the link to the show note in the show notes, obviously, so you can see them. But this year, we get an in-game pet, and which one you get depends on your faction.
Oh,
There are
right.
2 different ones.
The Legionnaire Murky or Knight Captain Murky.
Yeah, so it's just
2 different types of Murkies.
little Murkies, and one of them's
God,
dressed
I
like
love the Murkies.
like a horde guard, and the other one is dressed like a silly blue wearing lion picture holding Murloc. For Overwatch, you will receive the Bastion skin, the BlizzCon 2016 Bastion skin,
It's actually pretty sweet.
which I
looking.
really, 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 really want.
Yeah, that's
It looks
actually
so
pretty
cool.
sweet.
It literally says BlizzCon on the front of it, and it's blue and silver, and I want it.
It's pretty dope. There's also a Nexus Tiger mount for Heroes of the Storm. And this
Ooh.
thing looks pretty cool. It's like a mix of the Cyber Wolf and the regular wolf.
It's like a Tron tiger.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Good call.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
Exactly what it's like. There's also a Welcome In card back for Hearthstone.
That looks really nice.
It's really cool.
It looks like the swinging saloon doors
Yeah,
that
that's
meet you
exactly
at the
it.
beginning of, and then the Hearthstone like symbol in the middle is kind of like a stained glass type.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Looks really nice, really nice, top notch. And in
It's mint.
it's mint. And in Diablo, you get the 20th anniversary pet Diablo. Just a little Diablo.
It's a little Diablo?
He's running around, being angry, having horns and stuff.
Check out his abs.
He's got abs,
ripped.
you guys.
He's a ripped little Diablo.
He's ripped. He's got a
and he's
rockin'
so angry.
Rockin' hot bod. That little Diablo. Damn. And in StarCraft, you get a bunch of goodies. So
mystery goodies.
Yeah, check out that link in the show notes. And just like a quick disclaimer, like, we're really sorry to anybody who's not going to BlizzCon this year,
right?
Or, you know, for whatever reason can't get a virtual ticket. We will be talking a lot about it. We're going. It's the first time we've ever gone, so it's going to be a big deal, you know.
Yep.
But we do recognize that some people just you know, can't go.
Yeah.
Or can't get these tickets, and we know that, and we're going to do our best to, you know, just like keep you updated on what's going on and what we learn about it and stuff. But in no way are we trying to rub it in anybody's face.
No, not at all.
Because we've totally been there where you can't you simply just cannot afford to get any
Absolutely.
of these. So we totally get it.
In fact, we are extra excited about it this year because it's the first time for us. So
Exactly. Yeah.
it's not like we're. Anyway, I don't feel like we've been doing that. I feel like we've been very honest about the approach.
But I just, you know,
it's nice of you to say. I appreciate that.
It's gonna get more severe as time goes on, I'm sure.
It's true. It's true. Also, patch 7.1 is now live on the PTR.
Ooh!
It has new mounts. It has Karazhan bosses. There are a huge slew of notes, including music and a complete revamp of leveling abilities, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Raiding with leashes. Pepe fishing bobber, which is kind of awesome,
And adorable.
and Diablo anniversary items, new mounts, so much. So
Yeah. We'll have the link to the show notes for that. It's on Wowhead. They did 2 articles on it, actually. Did a really great job of covering everything. We're not so much into covering things that haven't actually come out for everybody yet on this show, but there's some really, really cool visuals that you don't want to miss, and you'll want to be abreast of before it comes out. So,
but it's cool. We'll just sit here and describe each and every one of them to you.
Oh yeah,
and it'll be like you're looking at it yourself.
Yeah. You don't even.
Yeah, nah, bro.
You don't even need to look at things, because we're just gonna tell you about stuff.
Yeah, so it's way too much to cover. So, take a look at the link in the show notes.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, also check out the link in the show notes to the Blizzard Fall clearance sale.
There's a fall clearance sale at the Blizzard store. Save up your money and buy some shit.
Each item is only $69. It's not.
No, it's not.
There's actually some really cheap stuff on there.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Like, really awesome stuff.
We've already ordered. So,
Yep.
you know, get to it before we buy up all the shit.
Yeah, these things sell out really quickly just because the prices are so great. We got a World of Warcraft license plate frame.
Hell yeah.
Just so everybody knows, like, you know, you play WoW out in the world.
You gotta show the flag.
And it's $10.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What else we got here?
We got things like plushies.
Loads of plushies.
Like a lot of the plushes, but those sorts of things are usually like $25. They're down to like $17 now.
Yeah, we've got some really nice StarCraft hoodies and t-shirts and stuff, like as low as like $12. And that's like a $12 branded Blizzard t-shirt. Like, that's a really good price.
Yeah.
And I should know because like 90% of my t-shirts are Blizzard. Gotta represent, y'all.
But then also the fucking Diablo 3 Eldruin Sword of Justice is available. It's a full-on prop replica, and it's only $50.
Damn.
Like, if we're gonna talk, like, okay, I'm saying only $50, and that might be a lot for some people, but honestly, you're talking about a replica sword.
Yeah.
For $50.
If you're gonna get a weapon, why not a Blizzard weapon?
Like, I might just go buy this now.
Because, like, you'd put it on your wall, and then, you know, whoever comes over to your house, male or female, they see that motherfucker on the wall. The panties be dropping, yo.
Right. You remember, like, a couple weeks ago when we talked about how if you're a DDoSer, the panties lock up?
Yeah.
This is the opposite of that.
Yeah.
This is a panty dropper.
Yeah, this is the basement flooder. This is like a hurricane.
Like, if I saw this at your house, my panties would drop too.
Yeah.
I mean...
If you're wearing any.
No. Right. Yes. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm not wearing any.
Yeah.
Right.
That's gross.
But yeah, there's like the Treasure Goblin plush for $21 and
There's a lot of robes.
Sweet Steel Series mouse pad for Heroes of the Storm for $12.
Like, if you like walking around your house in a robe, there's lots of robes.
Yes.
There's a large variety of robes. What the fuck is wrong with me today?
I like it.
Fucking.
But there's everything from like ice cube trays that are like shaped like Hearthstone icons to things like the Turtle Beach headsets for like $55. Yeah. There's good stuff on here. There's honestly good stuff on here. So definitely check it out. Lots of options.
Yeah. One thing I will point out, there are pins, like little lapel pins, like you stick them on your jacket and stuff. They're from the movie, and they were designed by Weta Workshops, which is the same design company that did like everything for Lord of the Rings. Yeah, and they did it for the movie as well. We got these pins months and months ago at a Weta Workshops booth at C2E2.
Right.
The convention in Chicago. And
where they even had a nice display for the upcoming Warcraft movie at the time.
Yeah. And I just have a feeling that these pins in particular are going to be like really nice collector's items like down the line. They come in like a really nice little baggie, and they're only $12 here, and you can get a Horde one or an Alliance one, or I don't know if you'd want that one, but might as well have the whole set.
Definitely though, if you're gonna check something out though, that's a strong item.
I'm glad
you brought that up.
Yeah, there's lots of cool movie stuff, but like in particular, if you're looking for something like collectible but not too break the banky, I would recommend the pins. Yeah. They're cool.
Good call.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you want to be a little ostentatious, there's a backpack shaped like the Bulwark of Azeroth, which is the shield with all the spikes sticking out of it. And that's just fucking cool.
Yeah, and the most expensive item in the sale is a World of Warcraft Mahjong set for $212.50. And that's like far and above like, the price of most other things that are on sale. But it looks really nice. It comes in like a nice box. It's got things in it. Looking pretty cool.
I don't want to be obtuse, but you are incorrect.
Am I?
Yes. The most expensive item on the list is $446.
Really?
And it is a StarCraft II Tychus 6th scale figure by Sideshow Collectibles. A straight up, like, high quality scale figure.
Damn.
Which is pretty cool.
We really need to like
but I mean
win
that's on
the lottery.
Sale for $520. So yeah. I mean it's a fire sale.
A fire sale.
And the last piece of Warcraft news is that you can now buy Warcraft on
you can't.
Blu-ray and DVD. Okay, you can almost buy Warcraft on Blu-ray and DVD.
Yes, it's available September 27th in the US and Canada.
I can read.
And throughout September and October worldwide. So
yes. And if you buy the Blu-ray and DVD, you get 3 epic digital loot drops.
What is it? Tell me what they are.
In Hearthstone, you get the Medivh hero.
Ooh.
In Heroes of the Storm, you get Gul'dan.
Ooh.
And a digital copy of World of Warcraft, which includes 30 days of game time for new players.
And that's only available inside select physical Warcraft movie Blu-ray and DVD editions. Only while supplies last.
Which, let's be honest, we're going to get those.
Of course. But it just... And I saw this on the forums where this was posted on the Warcraft website. The top comment was somebody sort of being disappointed that there isn't really anything for WoW players because we're already playing, you know? I just wish that there had been, something.
Yeah.
Something.
It really would have drove sales.
Yeah, like a little pet or something, or
it's actually
like
a bit of a questionable marketing decision.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's good because then people, who are interested in the movie but don't play the game will buy it and, be able to play and their lives will be changed for the better forever and everything will be fine for the rest of their lives. But for people who are already enlightened like we are, it's just, it's like, oh.
Enlightened. I like that you used that word.
Enlightened.
In reference for this.
Yeah.
I feel that way too.
Me too. That's why I said it.
I feel icky. And now, it's time for some Hearthstone news. Here's your hosts, Gary Thorn, and...
what a rush.
Feast.
All Right, so there have been a few updates in Hearthstone since we've been not paying attention to other games.
Oh yeah, are there cards now?
Shut the fuck up. What the fuck? So, okay, there's this cool thing called a welcome bundle, and if you're new to Hearthstone and wondering where to begin, this welcome bundle will set you well on your way to building classic deck recipes and creating an exciting new deck of your own. And if you're a veteran player and you're looking to add more classic cards to your collection, the Welcome Bundle is an incredible deal for the price. It seems like this podcast we've just been talking about like
deals, man.
Things that people need to buy.
Deals.
Buy the thing. But for $5 USD, the Welcome Bundle contains 10 classic Hearthstone packs.
Score.
1 random class legendary card from the classic set.
Oh, hey, sweet.
Yeah, so, I mean, it is pretty good for the money.
Like $5 for a guaranteed legendary.
Exactly, like $5. I mean, if you're an avid Hearthstone player, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of like if, you're playing WoW and you're like, hey, if I spend $5, I can get some gear, guaranteed 1 legendary piece or something. Like, why the fuck wouldn't you do that? So, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also there's been a Hearthstone update. They've added the new priest. The new priest hero is Tyrande Whisperwind.
Tyrande.
And you'll be able to add the new hero and a new card back to your collection by participating in an upcoming special promotion. Don't know what it is yet. But we'll find out.
Okay.
The card back is fucking gorgeous.
It is.
Think of Tyrande, but like in card form. It's like blue.
What's the first thing
sparkly.
you think of? Sparkly.
Sparkly.
Exactly.
It's fucking sparkly.
It's fucking sparkly, guys.
Hells yeah. There's a Legion-inspired card back that you can get by achieving rank 20 in ranked play for September 2016.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
It looks like a Demon Hunter. It's like purple and grain.
Looks
with horns.
Almost glavy.
It does. And possibly the best card back yet will be available to people achieving rank 20 in ranked play for October. And it is called...
This is spectacular.
Pie.
That is spectacular.
It looks like a rectangle pie. Like a cherry pie. With whipped cream on top.
Shouldn't that, to be fair though, shouldn't that come out on like March 14th?
Why?
Because it's Pie Day? Never mind.
Nobody likes math. Shut the fuck up.
No, honestly, that looks delicious.
I know. Oh, give me some fucking pie right now. Shit.
Now it's time to talk about Heroes of the Storm, because we know you can't stop talking about it either.
Okay, there is a new patch!
What'd you say?
A new patch!
Did you just call me a bitch?
A new patch!
I'm gonna hit you in a second.
Excuse me. A new patch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a new
makes
patch.
more sense.
Yeah, and it's got like a billion things in it. So I'm only going to touch on a few. There's a new special event. So they're doing one of the worldwide, full Nexus-wide events. It is called the Xel'naga Artifact Hunt. And it is... these artifacts have appeared across the Nexus. This is part of the larger event called Machines of War, which is StarCraft-themed across the entire game. And in this special event, through October 18th, you're going to get a daily quest to collect 12 artifact pieces during a single game. And these pop up. They have a 50% chance to spawn at the start of the game for any of the players who have not yet completed it. And the full event quest is to collect 150 of those by the end of the full worldwide event on October 18th.
Do you think you'll be able to do that?
I don't know. See, the problem is I don't have enough time for multiple games, so it's really hard to...
God!
I know. It's the best problem to have. It stinks, but it's like, man, I don't have enough time to play all my games, man.
No, you're doing the voice thing.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, what's going on today?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? I'm drinking. What's your excuse? Exactly. So, aside from the special event for the Xel'naga Artifact Hunt, there is a new free hero for all. So if you have not logged in yet this week, get to it, bucko. Because you will, upon login, you will be able to pick one of 3 free heroes: Anubarak, Thrall, or Tyrande. Which, by the way, 3 fucking good options.
Yeah, very.
So if you don't have one of those 3, you'll be presented with the option for that right away. If you do already have all of those 3, they will be replaced by either Nazebo, Sonya, or Uther.
Wow.
And again, also really good options. And if you already have those 3 as well, if you have all 6 already,
Tell me what.
only 4,000 gold.
God, what?
For nothing, for logging in.
Damn, Mitch.
Yeah, not bad.
See, Blizzard always doing you right.
For real, because it takes a while.
Will treat you right and caress you deep into the
It's
night.
like, girl, you need somebody to say gold?
I got you. I got you.
I got you.
Blizzard got you. Come here, honey. Get on my lap. You like that? You want some of that top tier upper echelon heroes?
You know how many of this gold I got?
How many?
69.
Oh, fuck. I lost it there, dude.
In addition, there's also a new battleground, and we'll get to that in a moment, but Braxis Holdout, they're also even putting on a limited cycle so that the pool of battlegrounds is now limited, so you'll only get Braxis Holdout, Towers of Doom, Cursed Hollow, Sky Temple, Infernal Shrines, or Tomb of the Spider Queen. So they're doing that thing they've done before where they're limiting the total pool so that you're going to run into Braxis Holdout, the new map, more often.
Nice.
And that's in all modes except for custom, so if you really feel like playing something else, get to it.
Okay.
In the meantime, Alarak is out, the new hero.
Alarak.
And they wrote this really cool intro for him that I'm just going to read word for word.
Okay.
Not all heroes are born of altruism. Some, like Alarak, simply desire vengeance. As the new High Lord of Tal'Darim, Alarak leads his people to a destiny free of the corrupt influence of the fallen Xel'naga, Amon. So, as if this new hero's badassery was not apparent enough in the way he looks, because he just looks like a hulking, demonic, I don't know.
You know I love
alien
hulking,
god?
demonic
Yes,
alien gods.
Exactly. I know it does it for you. His combination of both tricky talents and the opportunity to take not one, but both heroic talents means he's going to be...
How many talents does he have in
force
total?
to fucking reckon with. How many talents? It depends on how long the match goes.
69. That was the joke.
Shit!
God.
Ask me again.
How many talents does he have in total?
69, man.
It's so funny.
You're so clever. So, briefly, since he's brand new, his trait is Sadism, which just increases damage against enemy heroes. His Q is to deal some big fat damage directly in front of him and silence the person that he's damaging, which has all kinds of crazy uses.
Does he like go up to them and like puts one index finger on their lips, looks
goes,
deeply? No, shut your mouth.
That would actually be really fucking funny.
Shut your mouth.
But then they wouldn't call it Discord Strike because that's far too precious.
Yeah, I guess.
And intimate.
I guess.
We call it
It's
Discord
very
Strike.
precious.
Then his W is Telekinesis. That's Telekinesis, Kyle. And it is basically a displacement. So you can push yourself in a direction. You can push an enemy to you or from you. So basically you mark an item, a spot on the ground, and then you click your mouse in a certain direction, and it goes in that direction.
Nice.
It just pushes whatever's there, which is crazy and is going to have insane uses. We're going to see some really cool stuff out of the position.
We better. If I don't see something insane, I'm going to go insane.
How many times?
A couple times. No, 69 times. I got it.
You were on it. And then his E is Lightning Surge, which deals damage to an enemy and all enemies between you and the target.
Don't make me E.
It is a line of E-Lightning. E-Lightning!
Electrifying.
And then his two heroics are Counter-Strike, which is a first-person shooter for consoles and PCs both. Okay, bad jokes. His one of his first heroic is Counter-Strike, which he holds up both of his arms in like a protection, and it protects him for 1 second from incoming damage, and then sends a shockwave forward that damages enemies in his path. And I think, if I'm understanding it correctly, if he's damaged by somebody while he's doing that, it like absorbs the damage and deals it back, which is pretty sweet.
Wow.
And then the second heroic is called Deadly Charge, and he basically charges up. It's similar to Gazlow's move where he shoots in a straight line.
I'm gonna shoot.
I'm gonna shoot. And then, but he charges up, and then he charges forward. His whole body shoots forward.
Sam.
And so the longer he waits, the longer it gets.
I love when that happens.
right.
Right.
And so the crazy thing is that every hero in this game gets 1 heroic at level 10. You got to choose it.
Wow.
But this guy, when he gets to level 20, he can choose the second one as well.
Oh.
So he can have fucking both. This guy's got he's got displacement, he's got silences, he's got increased damage, and along the way that we're not even going to touch on, all kinds of pieces through his talent tree have crazy, tricky, weird, unexpected moves. So when he chooses to power up one thing, it might make him weaker in a different way, but you can actually use those sorts of things to your advantage. So it's too complicated to get into. I don't even understand it all yet. But it really sounds... I
want everybody to know I don't understand.
Yes, it sounds crazy interesting. And then finally, there's a new battleground called Brax's Holdout. And basically, you battle for 2 control points. You charge up and release hordes of Zerg upon your enemies. And with all the new units and new art and new mechanics, it means new strats are going to be coming to handle it all. So we would like to refer you to our friends who know more about such things at podcasts such as the Town Hall Heroes or Lords of the Storm.
Yeah.
We have great info, but they dive deeper into the strats and pro play, so check them out.
And they're all very attractive.
So attractive.
Oh my god.
I think it's time for some motherfucking shout-outs.
Shout-outs, yay!
Okay, so obviously you've all been wondering why we haven't touched on this one particular thing yet, and it's because we were saving it for now.
Big news.
Chris Metzen is retiring. Or has retired.
Must we talk about this? I'm just gonna...
Yeah, you look like you're tearing up.
Because...
Metzen curse. Tearing. Yeah, no, he's retiring after nearly 23 years of Blizzard.
Good lord.
He's been in charge.
That's older than some of you listening to this.
Yeah. And he wrote this incredibly touching blue post about it.
Yeah.
And we both read it, and it was, we did not see that coming.
No.
Especially, with all that Blizzard is doing right now and how successful it is. And, he touched on that in his post about it. But he's just, it's time for him to move on. And can I read my favorite part of...
Please do.
Like, this thing's huge, and we'll have the link in the show notes. You really should read it. It's beautiful. But my favorite part, he says... Chris Metzen says, "The reason I use the word retire is because I'm not going to some other company or starting up new projects or anything remotely like that. It's been a long, amazing stretch of years. Now it's time to slow down, rest, lay around on the couch and get fat. Well, fatter. Seriously though, I'll be focusing on the one thing that matters most to me in all the world, my family. They're the core of my life and the source of my deepest joy and inspiration. In addition to raising our 2 little ones, we recently welcomed a new baby into the family. Being home with them, having time and space to really live, to love my wife with all of my strength. That's my career now."
Oh, man.
How great is that? And
fucking Chris Metzen.
How great is it that there are more little Metzens in the world now?
Yeah.
You're crying.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I can see
got
the
something
tears.
in my eye.
Yeah,
Screw
tears.
you, man. I got something in my eye. So I want to take one step back for a moment. If you don't know who Chris Metzen is, that's okay. It's not like you should know every employee at Blizzard.
You should, though.
You've probably heard the name before, and it's important to know that he's one of the early members of Blizzard. He's one of the co-creators of almost every major storyline of almost every game they've put out.
Yep.
And he's the storyteller. He's the master storyteller.
Yeah.
And so this world of Warcraft that we've been immersed in,
living in,
since Warcraft 2,
yeah.
2, Warcraft 3, and now World of Warcraft. I mean, so many years spent in the lore that he's created and the storylines he's created and the characters he's created.
And even recently Overwatch.
Right. I mean, it goes on and on.
Yeah.
And that being that deep in all of it, I guess we never thought he'd be going anywhere.
Never.
And he's young. Like he
is young. And like
45?
fanboys, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's 45, which is awesome.
Fanboys like us, like we think, if Blizzard ever hired us for anything, anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all, we'd stay there forever.
I'll clean the floor.
Fucking yeah, I'll clean the fucking floor with my mouth. What? But you know, but you know, that's all, you know, well and good to say, but like when you're actually, you know, doing 23 years of it on that side of things, you know.
Yeah.
And I just think it's super admirable that, you know, he's, you know, when we all found this out, people were like, oh, I bet he's got a different gig. I bet he's going to a different game. No. It's like, no, he's actually not. You know, he's recognizing what's important to him, and it's really fucking
it's a beautiful
cool.
Thing.
You know, and it's so Blizzard, you know?
It really is.
Like, even though he's leaving Blizzard, like, that whole ideal is just so Blizzard.
It really is.
And I would like to say, though, that he will be continuing as the voice of Thrall. He said it makes him happy.
Oh, thank God.
So, yeah. So we don't need to worry about Thrall. Everything's fine. And in a way, Chris Metzen will still be a Blizzard doing the voice of Thrall.
Nice.
Thank goodness.
And his legacy will more than live on.
Yeah.
And the other thing you got to think of, in terms of being a storyteller, handing that off to anybody else is one of the most intimate, difficult, frustrating, insane things to do.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that little by little throughout the years. I think he's still been running the main storylines and setting the main lore and things like that. And obviously he co-created a lot of it. But it's not like he's been writing everything forever.
No.
So it's not like he's leaving now and suddenly everything changes. It's not about that at all. They've, you know, one of the reasons that this is okay, he's a perfectionist when it comes to this stuff. Like, we've read a lot about him. We know a lot about this guy and the way he works.
And he cares about it.
cares
That's why he's
so
always crying.
Right. He cares so deeply that he wouldn't dare leave things that not in good hands.
Yeah.
So nothing changes here, guys. A legend is moving on. We can be happy watching him ride into the sunset.
Yeah.
You know.
And know that he's happy and he's doing
which is just
the right thing
kick-ass.
for him, you know? And maybe, what if he wrote a book or something? Like, I would love to see
Absolutely.
what else he can do,
Yeah.
you know? And I know that, you know, us Blizzard fans will be behind him no matter what. And we asked you guys this week if you had any well wishes for him now that he's retiring. We got one from our friend Mudslide at Mudslide TV. He says, I wish him nothing but the best. He created my childhood, and I hope he understands the impact he's made on people.
Awesome.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I really hope so too. And he's getting a lot of this kind of feedback now, so I think he's being reminded of that in case he doesn't know somehow.
Yeah.
Monkey at Monkey Monk says, while the elements will continue to guide us, the air will feel a little lighter. You will be missed dearly, Chris.
Our friends Victor Sanctum at Victor Sanctum, the podcast Victor Sanctum, they say, you have had a hand in creating everything story-wise I've fallen in love with for 20 plus years. May your life be as magical with your family as was the worlds you created in ours during your time now. That's really sweet.
Oh, man.
This is really sad.
It is.
Like, I'm feeling sad now.
It's heavy.
It is heavy.
It's heavy. And when he posted this as a blue post on the forums the other day, I think you and I both posted something in the comments.
Yeah.
Which I hardly ever do. I honestly don't spend a lot of time on the forums.
I do, but I never comment.
I spent a nice a bit of time thinking it out and writing it rather carefully, so I wanted to read my response to this as well, which is thus. Damn it, Chris. You made me weep into my dinner, you bastard. Way to go out like the heartfelt badass you are. Thank you for working so tirelessly to help create and maintain another world that has at varying times been, for me, a haven, an escape, a fantasy, a clubhouse, an addiction, redemption, and home. It makes me glad to know you're walking out at a pinnacle unmatched by so many others, and that you're recognizing the opportunity to take off and go live the life you worked so hard to provide for your family. Home is where the hearth is, Chris. You taught us that. Now it's time for your last Hearthstone, and it couldn't be more bittersweet. From your third family to you, with the most utmost sincerity, respect, and love. Grats, and well played.
I'm sure he really appreciated that if he read it. And if he's listening now, which I assume he is, because, you know, he's going to have time for podcasts.
Of course, yeah.
That's a podcast. Because, like, after 23 years of creating all this stuff, what better to do than sit around and listen to people talk about it?
I'm sure that's first on his
Oh,
list.
yeah. But on the same token, Craig Amai, and I hope I'm saying that right, the lead quest designer for WoW, is also leaving Blizzard.
Good Lord.
And we have the link to his blog post about it. It's also very sad and heartfelt. So if you're looking for a downer, like, read these two amazing posts from these two former Blizzard employees. And, you know, I can't help selfishly hope that both of them will be at BlizzCon. Yeah. You know, I was really hoping to, you know, see them. I'm sure at least Chris Metzen's going to be there in some way.
Yeah.
They got to have some kind of, like, float, parade,
Seriously.
like piñata. I don't know.
He better be there, or we're all going to go over to his house.
Yeah.
Look, buddy, you didn't come, so we're bringing the party to you.
We're going to house. Not really, though.
Listener feedback time. Because the more you write, the less we have to. Thanks.
And now for a bit of listener feedback.
Just a
We've
bit.
got a note from our friend Jesper, who says, "Hi ballers, Jesper/Murden here from Frostmain EU. Sorry for the email bombardment, but I got all giddy hearing Thist reading my last email."
Oh, I read it all right.
How many times?
69 times. See? I'm
You did
learning.
it. You're
I
on.
got it.
Also, your rants about mostly dicks and Ian Hazakostas is one of my favorite parts about the podcast. Absolutely need to feel self-conscious about that. Oh yeah, you were wondering what a three-way, but with 5 people, would be called. So, side note, he's going back through old episodes, which is awesome. So, a three-way with 5 people would be called, as far as I know, it goes like this. 1 person is rubbing a giggity.
Never heard that.
2 people are normal sex.
Yes, normal.
3 people is a three-way. 4 people is a couple swinging.
Right.
5 people is a couple swinging with Lucky Lou.
Whoever that is.
And 6 people is an orgy.
Makes sense.
Please don't ask me how I know that. Keep being awesome, Murden.
How do you know that? Oh, wait, you said don't ask. Okay, I got it. Thank you for the feedback, though.
Yes.
Please don't ever feel bad for emailing us too much. We fucking love it.
Yeah, not at all.
We love it.
Yeah. And if we don't love it, we won't read it.
Yeah,
I'm
simple
just-
as that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm too. But I will say to the anonymous emailers, we haven't read your stuff yet. We're compiling it. We're waiting for another slow news week just
Sure.
to get those questions out. But you will find that we have answered them thusly in text. Hopefully you got those. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So
We
please,
do read it all.
we read it all. Please send us your thoughts, your feelings, your dick pics, anything you want. Just send it on over.
You need to stop with that dick pics thing.
I dare
We're
you.
gonna get.
I dare.
Don't do it. Please don't. Don't do it.
I'll let you open it.
And then I'd like to make one special note of thanks here at the end to our friend and guildmate Logic, who just doubled his Patreon support to $20 a month. $20 a month. What the You, sir, are a gentleman, a scholar, and clearly have a humongous Wang Chung.
Humongous.
I just want to add a reminder to the rest of you. This is above and beyond behavior. It's only recommended for those with substantial disposable income.
Because we
and
are, as a
huge
podcast,
dongs.
disposable.
So to those of you who fit that description, we'll take many monies, please.
Many.
But to the rest of you, please just enjoy the show.
Yeah, don't give us anything. We don't serve it. So many conflicting emotions right now. Thank you so much, Logic. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just, again, being paid for something that you love to do is the best feeling in the world. So thank you.
It really is.
Fucking right.
Do you want to read this last piece? It's in. You want to read the last piece of listener feedback?
Oh, no.
The note?
I'm just going to remind everybody.
It's
that
from,
we're
the one right there that says it's from Bye Felicia.
Oh.
Hey gang, we need your help. We're tagging this shitbox as a community-focused podcast, but so far it's just been us talking shit. We need you to give us stuff.
Delicious content, like questions, topics to cover,
Content segments, guild stories, emails, and disputes that need settling.
We'll even get some shoutouts and accept your own podcast commercials for promotion. Gimme.
please.
I need to have a very serious conversation with you. It's about letting go. No, the cat didn't die. We're stuck with his ass for another 9 years at least. It looks like I'm not even going to describe to you what he's doing right now. Anyway, we need to let go of the garrison. Okay? It's time we stop decorating it. We stop visiting it. And start planting ourselves back in our capital cities. Unless the garrison blows up, that'd be a great thing to see. I hope they include it in the new patch. I hope there's a patch cinematic of it blowing up. I wonder how it works. Do we just leave it there? Do the people of Draenor keep it? Does it explode? Maybe we just let it go and not pay the rent. I don't know.
Thanks for lagging balls together with us today. Here's where you can find and follow the show. Email us at laggingballs@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at laggingballs.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/laggingballs.
Reblog our Tumblr at laggingballs.tumblr.com.
And for YouTube and Google+, search for Lagging Balls Official until we have 500 followers, and then we'll get a custom URL.
Ooh, if you enjoyed the show, the easiest way to help the show is to rate us on iTunes and Stitcher. We truly appreciate it.
Special thanks to bensound.com for all the music used on this show.
And be sure to catch us next week on Lagging Balls.
We're gonna link the show notes, the patch. We're gonna give you the link in the show notes. Wow.